Good morning, students. So today I am going to start a new chapter, that is neural control and coordination, chapter 21. Okay. So neural means it is related to nervous system. You know that nervous system controls rest of the organs which are there in the human body. And what is the meaning of coordination? Coordination means when the work goes in a systematic way. Like for example, suppose you are doing heavy exercise. That during heavy exercise you have felt there is increased heartbeat, the lungs capacity also increases, more amount of oxygen so that is transported to different parts of the body. Your muscles are also working. So all these organs they are working together. So that is called coordination. If there will be no coordination between the organs, then the work it cannot be performed in a systematic way. For example, suppose you take the relay. इसे आप रिले में पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं तो रिले में 4 प्लेयर रहते हैं. अगर ये चारों प्लेयर के बीच में कोई कोऑर्डिनेशन नहीं रहेगा तो आप ये गेम को नहीं जीत सकते हो. ठीक है. तो न्यूरल कंट्रोल मीन्स it is controlled by the nervous system and there is a coordination between the nervous system and the different organs of the body so that the work it can be done in a systematic way. What are the functions of nervous system? The functions are to regulate the voluntary and the involuntary activities, because in the body there are some activities which are called the voluntary and we can do those activities as per our own wish. And the involuntary activities, so these are all the activities which cannot be controlled by us. So the nervous system is controlling both voluntary as well as the involuntary activities. It enables to think, reason and remember. Whatever we are thinking or our intelligence or the memory, so everything so that is related to the nervous system or brain. Keeps us informed about outside world. Now what is happening in the outside world? Because there are different sense organs in our body. And with the help of the sense organ we are able to know about the outside environment. So that is also for that also the nervous system, so that is also responsible. Then control all the reflex action. Reflex action are all those activities now which we are doing without thinking. Like for example, suppose I put your hand in boiling water, then without thinking immediately you are pulling your hand. So that is a reflex activity. So not only the voluntary and the involuntary activities are controlled by the nervous system, but also all the reflex activities they are also controlled by the nervous system. Now nervous system, so that is made up of specialized cell and the cell is called neuron. So single cell which is making the nervous system, either it is a part of the brain or it is a part of the spinal cord, so that is called neuron. And what is nerve? Nerve is a bundle of axon enclosed in a tubular sheath, because the neuron is having 3 parts. One the cell, so that is called cytosol, and small branches which are developing from the cytosol, these are called dendrite, and a long branch which is arising from the cytosol, so that long branch is called axon. So that means a number of neurons. So number of neurons means number of axons are also there. So all those axons they are surrounded or enclosed by a sheath or covering. So that is called nerve. This is the classification of nervous system. Nervous system is mainly divided into central nervous system, peripheral nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. Brain is also having different parts and brain is the main controlling center of the human body. Brain is connected to spinal cord. The spinal cord it passes to the neural canal which is there in the vertebral column. So the information which is given by the brain, so that is carried to the lower part of the abdomen with the help of the spinal cord. Now peripheral nervous system it is present in the periphery, the outer side of the body, and it carries impulses to and from central nervous system. Like for example, when we are touching something, then the stimuli we are getting the stimuli is carried to the central nervous system, brain. Then again the brain is giving the interpretation which is again carried to the motor organ. So this is called peripheral nervous system. And from cranium the nerves which are developing, these are called cranial nerve. The number is 12 pairs. Similarly, from the spinal cord also, 31 pairs of nerves they are developing from each point. So there are 31 points are there. From 31 points, pair of nerve is developing, which is called spinal nerve. Then autonomic nervous system, it consists of ganglia near the organ which they control. And it is of two types. One is the sympathetic, another is parasympathetic. Sympathetic, so that is controlling the body of the organ during stress conditions. And during the normal conditions, normal activities, these are controlled by parasympathetic nervous system. So this is the classification of nervous system. And the neuron, it is of three types. One is the sensory neuron, second is the motor neuron, third is the mixed neuron. The sensory neuron, so that is connected to the sense organ and it is taking the stimuli and giving to the brain. Motor neuron, they are connected to the motor organ, all the voluntary organ which we can control as per our own wish, and also it is also connected to the brain. And the mixed neuron, so that is connecting the sensory neuron to the motor neuron. So now we will discuss about structure of neuron, because neuron, that is the structural and functional unit of nervous system. And neuron is divided into three parts: cyton, dendrite and axon. So the main cell body, that is called cyton. And cyton is having a centrally located nucleus. The nucleus is surrounded by cytoplasm, and in the cytoplasm there are some basic granules are there which are called micelle granules. And fine branches which are developing from cyton, these are called dendrite. So what is the function of the dendrite? The dendrite is receiving the stimuli from another neuron and giving the stimuli to cyton. So you can find out there are many fine branches are there, and these fine branches, these are called dendrites. Okay, so this is the main cell body, cyton, and these branches, these are called dendrites. Then there is a long branch which is developing from the cyton, and that long branch is called axon. So what is the function of the axon? The axon, so that is carrying impulses away from the cyton. Dendrites are receiving the impulse, giving to cyton, and the axons are carrying the impulses away from the cyton. Okay? So the axon, so that is also surrounded by the myelin sheath. It may be surrounded by the myelin sheath or it may be unmyelinated also. Like for example in the brain and spinal cord, the neuron they are myelinated. And other in the sympathetic and the parasympathetic, so there the neuron they are unmyelinated. So in the myelinated neuron, the axon is surrounded by myelin sheath. And in between you can find out there are some gaps are there when myelin sheath is not present. So that gap is called node of Ranvier. Okay? And in the myelin sheath, there are some specific cells are there. These cells are called Schwann cell. Schwann cell. Okay? So the Schwann cell is actually responsible for producing the myelin sheath. And the neuron which is having myelin sheath, so it can conduct the impulse 20 times faster than the neuron which is unmyelinated. And at the terminal end of the neuron, again you can find out there are branches are there, and at the tip of the branches, some knob-like structures are there. Inside the knob-like structure, neurotransmitter molecules are present. And these branches, these are called the axon terminal. So they can transfer the impulse to another neuron because these branches they are connected to the dendrite of another neuron. So this is all about the structure of neuron. Now I will explain the generation and conduction of nerve impulse. You know that neurons are responsible to transfer the impulse or the stimuli. Stimuli we may get from the outside world. Okay? Like for example, suppose your hand is touching some hot object. Now this hot object, so that is the stimuli. And the stimuli is taken by the neuron which is there in your hand. Then that neuron is sending the information to the brain. So that means the nerve impulse, so that is conducted to the brain. So actually what is the mechanism? How there is a generation and conduction of nerve impulse. So you know that axon, so that is a part of the neuron which is sending the information from one neuron to another neuron. And the axon also, it is having the outermost covering, so that is also similar to the cell membrane or the plasma membrane, and it is called neurilemma because it is covering the neuron. So in place of the cell membrane or the plasma membrane, we are calling it as neurilemma. For example, suppose this is the axon membrane, and the axon membrane, you know that you have studied the structure of the cell membrane, and the cell membrane, you know that it is made up of lipid and the protein layer. There are two layers of the lipid and there is one single layer of the protein which is mainly embedded in the lipid bilayer. Okay, so here also similarly, here you can find out the lipid and the proteins, they are present, and outside the axon always there is a positive charges there, and the inner part there is negative charges there. So when the neuron is not functioning, so that is called a resting or a polarized state. So during polarized state, outside there is positively charged and inside there is negative charges there. So this is the resting condition. Okay. As I told you, there are many proteins are there, and these proteins, these are the carrier proteins. They are responsible to transfer the ion from the outside to inside or also from the inside to outside. So outside the neurilemma, where there is a positive charge, there is more number of the sodium ions are there, and the inside there is potassium ion, they are more inside. Okay. But the neurilemma, that is impermeable to sodium ion in resting condition. So that means now these gates are closed. These are called sodium channel. So the sodium channel, so that is closed in polarized neuron. When the neuron is not functioning, taking rest, then these openings they are closed. So the sodium which is there outside, it cannot enter inside. So outside there will be more sodium ion, and the inside there is more potassium ion. Okay. So when an impulse or the stimuli is given to axon, to a specific point on the axon, then these sodium channel they are opening, and when they are opening, now the sodium from outside can enter inside. Okay, so because the sodium concentration that is more outside and the less inside, so automatically under the concentration gradient, sodium from the outside they will enter to inside into the cytoplasm of the axon. So when the sodium is entering inside, now the polarity will change. Now at the point where the stimuli is given, then you can see that the polarity will now change. Now it is becoming negatively charged. Now it is becoming positively charged, and this outer side is becoming negatively charged. Okay. So when the polarity is changed, then what will happen? Now this positive and this one is the next point, so that is the negative, next charge. So the positive will be attracted towards negative, and here it is taking a half circuit, and similarly here the positive, so that is moving to negative. So now the circuit is closed at this point. Okay. So from the polarized state, now it is depolarized, and now it is responsible to transfer the impulse from this point to this point, from A to B. Now again when the impulse is reaching to this point, then again the similar condition, so that is also developing. Again the sodium ion at that particular area will enter inside and the polarity will change. So again the another circuit, so that will be complete. So like this you can see the whole axon, now there are small circuit they are completed, and the stimuli, so that is keep on conducting from this place where it is received to the end of the axon. So this is the mechanism how there is the conduction of the nerve impulse, because it is conducted in an elliptical way.